Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Self-Love Sunday Live. In today's session, I'm going to be talking about inner child work. But before we get into it, I just wanted to remind you that I've got my one-day self-love yoga retreat coming up on the 8th of February. So I hope that you can join the retreat. It will be an in-person retreat, and it'll be really great to just see you all in person and to go really deep into your yoga practice because, it won't just be the yoga practice that I'll be offering on the day. I'm also doing a sharing circle. In this session, we'll be talking and going into deeper aspects of self-love and also journaling. So journaling on different prompts that have helped me in my self-love journey that I'll be offering to you. There'll also be a sound healing session and it's a sound journey session. And in that sound journey, it would just be like such a extra layer into your yoga practice, into the relaxation part, and also the integration of everything that we explore during the day for your body to absorb it, but also your mind, your subconscious mind, your energy field, and beyond, really. So if you really want to explore self-love in a deeper way, coming to the retreat is really going to help. And obviously, these Self-Love Sunday sessions are really helpful. And to add on to it, I'll be offering lots more things coming up. So keep an eye out because I really feel like what I offer in these Sunday sessions is just like snippets of my self-love journey and things that have helped me, but there's so much more to it, and I feel like I want to be able to guide you to go deeper into the space of the heart, and that's where I've really grown and allowed my soul to grow. And this is not about your external growth, it's really about your inner work, which is then reflected externally as well. So today, like I said, I want to talk about the inner child. And obviously, if you've been joining these sessions, you know that I am really into inner work. Like, it's really important. It's like my job, like basically. It's a priority over anything else, really. Even, being a mom, like that's a big job for me. But actually, if I'm not doing my inner work, I cannot show up as the mom that I want to be. And likewise for you, even if you don't have children, it doesn't matter. But, your work, whatever work that is for you, actually, if you do the inner work first, it really helps you to show up and be the person that you want to be in your job or in your home life, or as a mum or as a wife or a husband, if there's men joining in today or whatever it is, or even in your friendships. However it is, I think doing the inner work is really, really important. And I can see lots of people joining in. So I just wanted to reach out to you all. Thanks, Jana. Thanks, Krupa, for coming. Thanks, Jess, Varsha, Rory, and Adorned Narratives. Thank you, Anisha, for coming in as well. So really glad to see you all here. So like I said, we're talking about the inner child today. So the one thing that has really helped me to start to connect to the inner child is just getting onto my yoga mat and doing child's pose. So really simple, really basic. If you know yoga, you will definitely know child's pose, balasana, okay? It's really important. And actually, when we come into that pose, it's a really simple pose and you probably think it's not really doing much, but actually at a deeper level, it is doing a lot, and it's really working with the subconscious mind and your energy field. When you come into that pose, it's like you're already coming down towards the ground, you're curling up into a ball. There's a real sense of vulnerability in it. You're drawing your heart center down towards the ground. You're resting your heart down towards Mother Earth, offering your heart down to the earth to feel that sense of support and connection to the earth. So that's really important. And also, I think when you come into child's pose, you also start to release those responsibilities. Like, being an adult is tough, right? So actually, when you can just release those responsibilities and the weight and the heaviness of everything that we need to be doing, and it's just the doing. There's so much to do. There's so many responsibilities. It's a weight, it's a pressure. And when we come into child's pose, we can just start to just feel that sense of release. So child's pose is a really important pose that I would encourage you to integrate into your yoga practice. And then secondly, what I'd like to say is journaling. So there's lots of different ways you can journal around your inner child. And I would say that you can start off by writing a letter to your younger self. And perhaps it's just bringing to mind, for me, I don't know why, I always, when I sort of think of my inner child, I always think of the 6-year-old me. So then I'll write to her and just tell her how I'm feeling, or more so, I think sometimes it's apologizing. Sometimes I'll look back and I'll apologize for, I'm sorry I did this, this, or this. But then also reframing it and just saying that, we're going to go through this journey, but at the end of it, you're going to be fine. You're going to be so fine, and you're going to create such a beautiful life for yourself. And, I think it's just reassuring that 6-year-old self as well. So I think journaling is a really good practice, in writing to yourself and then signing it off. And then with that letter, you can either keep it because it's such a beautiful connection with your inner child, or you can just burn it. And, if any of you know about journaling, burning is really good because it really transforms. Fire is the energy of transformation. So as we burn it, we transform that energy into something more powerful that can serve us. So that's really important. Obviously, burn it safely and do it in a safe way. So journaling is a really good way. And then meditation, which, oh my God, I did a meditation with my inner child yesterday, actually, in preparation for today. And it actually just naturally came up for me. And it was so beautiful. It was really, really beautiful to just sit in meditation, to ground myself to begin with. And then to take my awareness up towards my third eye center, which is your inner guide, your intuition, your higher self, and to just start to visualize my younger self and to just speak to her from the space of the third eye and from the space of my heart. And it felt so healing. And I think just over the last few days, a few things have come up for me where I've just felt a real sense of sadness, actually. And I think when I then connected back to her and just spoke to her from my heart, it just allowed me to free myself up and to feel a bit lighter and to feel a bit happier and to feel as though I'm taking care of myself. Like I can take care of you. I can take care of you. I can take care of me. I'm taking care of us. Don't worry. We're going to be okay. And it's so reassuring. It's such a great act of self-love, I think that is. So I think definitely like working through visualizing your younger self in your meditation can be really useful. The other aspect is counselling and therapy. So that is definitely a good way to work with your inner child. And this just involves revisiting memories of your younger self. So whatever memories just naturally come up for you, just naturally, as you're going through your day-to-day life, I guarantee there'll be certain things that you'll just start to remember about your past. And sometimes these could be good things, but sometimes they might be actually like little memories or visions of things that happened when we were younger, which made us feel perhaps uncomfortable. And it can be difficult to go and revisit that memory. So I encourage you to do it, but to do it in a safe space of something like counselling or therapy, where someone else can hold space for you and that you can go back to that space and you can just revisit that memory and bring up the emotions and the feelings that came up for you then. Because the reason that memory is coming up into your subconscious mind is because we haven't released it and we haven't healed it. And it's probably stagnant in our body. It might be we're suppressing our emotions and feelings, but also then feeling blocked to things that we want to create for ourselves. So it's really important that you do go and revisit those memories in the safe space where someone can hold the space for you, such as counselling. And also other healing practices. So again, like obviously you guys know that I enjoy sound healing, which is really good. So even if you went to a sound practitioner and you said that you wanted to work on your inner child, you could do that too and just have that safe space. So when you work with your inner child, whatever mode or practice that you take, it is so important that you integrate and ground yourself back, okay? Because if we're working with the inner child, we're going to the past, we're going back, and we don't want to leave ourselves there, if that makes sense. So if there's like lots of emotions and feelings that we're experiencing at that time, if we don't ground ourselves back to the here and now, we'll kind of stay stuck in that old place. And we'll still be our inner child, and we'll still have those inner child things happening around us. So it might just be things like where you perhaps around certain people and you're at like your younger self. You know that you've grown up and you're however old you are now, but you're still that little girl that you were all those years ago. So it's really important that you ground. And how do you ground? Just do a grounding practice, like a grounding meditation, to bring yourself back into the here and now. You can just walk in nature. That can help really feel your feet and your connection to the ground and to the earth. That is really useful as well. And so it's really important, like I just want to add that how important inner child work is. If you are, like myself, a light worker and you're doing your inner work, inner child work is really useful. And inner child work can come up, you can do it once, but it might come up again in a few months' time or a couple of years' time. We need to keep revisiting our inner child. And it's just really good for healing, releasing blocks, and allowing ourselves to release old habits and ways of being. So like I said, like you might be in certain situations where you just feel like you're acting like your younger self again. And you don't want to be that person, and you want to come back to the present moment and really own who you are now and be that person in this present moment, because we're all evolving and changing. We're not the person that we used to be 10, 20, 30 years ago. So we want to be able to just move on from that and really own where we are right here, right now. And also I just want to say that on that note of grounding, like it is really important to ground yourself after you've done these practices. But also when you do this inner work and you do the inner child work, it also just allows you to be naturally more grounded. So just in your day-to-day life, like I know for myself when I've worked through this, it's just easier to feel grounded and aware of myself in the here and now. I don't feel as triggered by other people, and I also don't think I trigger other people because I'm so in my authenticity. And I think that's what happens, like when you actually work on your inner child work and you do any kind of inner work, you really become authentic and real to who you are. So that's what I wanted to finish on. I think I have spoken for a very long time, and I hope that it was useful for you. Please let me know, DM me if you can, just with your thoughts, and it would really be great to hear from you. And I would really like to ask that you could just share this with your followers. I really feel there's so much value in the work that I'm sharing, and I really want to spread it out into the world. I think so many people can really benefit from what I am sharing. So I would really, really be so grateful if you could just put it out there to your followers, to your friends, to your family, and encourage people to listen to these Self-Love Sundays and all the other offerings that I'm going to be sending out soon. So thank you so much for joining. And there's been so many of you. I'm so grateful for you all coming in today. Thank you so much. We've had a few latecomers, Priyesh, RK, Pooch, Meraki Yoga, thank you. Neelam's come in as well. Thanks, Nim. So thank you so much for coming in. You can catch up. It'll be up on my profile page if you want to catch up there, and I'll also put it on YouTube. But otherwise, wishing you all a really good Sunday, and I hope you have a really great week ahead, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye.